Yeah, hi. So today the next requirement, business requirement that we are talking is in PP module. PP is nothing but production planning. The way how we have SD sales and distribution and the respective header and item tables are VBAK, VBAP. In production planning, the header table is AFKO and the respective item is AFPO, right? So like we have VH01, 02, 03 for sales order, create, change and display, right? Same way we have CO01, 02, 03, which is to create the production planning, change the production planning and display the production planning. So let me get into the system. Right. So let me open the tables. AFKO, which is the header table for PPRs, production planning orders. So this is one of the production planning AUFNR, which is there in the system, which got created almost 2 years back, 2022 February 11. Sorry, March 11. And in the same way, let me even open the item table as well. AFPO. So the same PP order where we have the item details, right? And let me try to open the CO03. Sorry, CO03, which is for the production orders display. So here we have these are the orders that we have. So if I try to open it, I think there is a data issue. So material does not found some data issues are there here the system. So this is how you can open the. So for today the requirement is we have a standard T code called COOIS, which is for production order information systems. So let me open that particular T code for you, COOIS. So this particular I just wanted to execute this particular transaction code or the standard report. So I don't know what type of data that I have to give here. So let me take the variants. So variant nothing but like default, So variants are nothing but let me open this. So since I have selected this, there are few things which came to the selection screen, right? So this is the variant that I have selected and let me execute this. I'm getting some output. So the requirement is we have the plant information here, right? We have the plant information here. So we have the plant information here. Client is expecting us to display plant names in the report. Plant names in the report. Okay, let me go back. So you were talking about variants, right? So what exactly variant is? Okay, let me open the transaction code again, right? So sometimes what happens is I have to give some data here. 2121 something. So till to this and to this. And now I have to select some work center as some, like let's say, let me select the work centers. I don't know what exactly I have to give here. Okay, let me close this. Otherwise, we can take the plant code. Just let me select this. See, I just wanted to execute my particular, my standard report from this to this and for this particular plant code. So I just wanted to enter this all the time. Whenever I need, I open this particular transaction code, COOIS, I always look for this, right? So I don't want to enter the data again and again. Simply what I'll do is I'll just try to save it. So let me save it. Test underscore BH. Test underscore some description and the name. So just let me save it. I just have saved it now, right? So now COOIS. So this time what happens is, so I don't want to enter the data. See, for now we have entered only this and this. going forward, like you may enter this and this and this and this all the time. You don't want to enter the data. So simple, since we have already saved the variant, let me select the variant. So just sort on this date, last changed on. So descending, which is not saved. Huh? How come? Let me give this. Let me save it. Test 1, some test 111. Right. So variant is saved. So let me remove this so that it's still not saved. Huh? What happened, man? So basically, like if you properly save the variant, it will be available here. So just select it. So whatever the data that you have given here and save the variant, so that will come automatically here. I don't want to waste the time for this variant and explanations. So for now, what I'll do is, I'm just selecting this and executing this. So the requirement is to add plant names in the standard report, right? So we have a table T001W, so which is for plants, right? Now let me take this particular plant code. Let me give this here and let me execute this. So client is expecting to add name and name 2, name 1 and output. So here client is expecting along with the plant, they are even expecting the name 1 and name 2 of the particular plant. That's the requirement. Just go with this requirement. Okay, now how to find it? So we know the process of finding the BADI, right? I hope you remember it. Like we know the process of finding the BADI. So just go back /msc24 CL exit handler. Let me keep my breakpoint here in this particular method in the first executable line and run the transaction code, right? OIS. I just have executed the transaction. So this is the first BADI that I've got. Let us OIS. That is the first one is this one. Let me little expand it. This is the first BADI, and next, let me say F8. This is the second BADI. I think these are the screen level BADIs. We don't need to worry about them. Third BADI is this one. Okay, let me it down. F8. Okay, I got this screen. Let me load the variant. Execute it. So variant is nothing but the default data or the data which with which you want to execute the report. Simple. If you don't want to give it all the time, I mean, whenever you open the transaction code, you don't want to give it every time. So just save a variant and load the variant and run it. Right. So see, oh, my transaction is executed. My transaction is completed now. Totally, I've got 3 BADIs. 3 BADIs. Workout info systems, BADI layer, BADI MATN1. So I think if you remember it, like BADI layer and BADI MATN1 are the BADIs which will trigger for every transaction code, right? I think this is the only BADI which is available in the system. So this is how you have to find out the BADI, but still this is only for the interview. In real time, no one will go and search for that. COOIS BADI in SAP ABAP. Just simply select it. COOIS BADI in SAP ABAP. Simple. So see, you have got this. Same thing, right? Now let's, since it is completed, like let me delete this breakpoint, otherwise it will trigger each and every time. F8. See, it got deleted. Now let me open the transaction code SE18. This one. Let me display it. So let's display how many implementations are available. See, no custom implementation is available for this particular BADI. No custom implementation. All these are standard ones. How can you say, sir? Yes, these are not started with either Y or Z, right? These are standard ones. Now I just want to implement this particular BADI. So if at all you want to implement the BADI, yes, we know the T code SC19, right? Otherwise, even from here also you can do the same thing. Just go back. Even from here also you can create the implementation. Before that, yes, this multiple use checkbox is checked, meaning we can have multiple implementations for this particular BADI, meaning I can create my own implementation and you can create your own implementation based on your requirement. Right. Now let me go and create the implementation from SC18 itself. Right. So see GPP. This is for PP module addition plans or some plant underscore details, whatever the name that you are comfortable with based on your. So this particular implementation will not be called. Reason being it is not active. And additional. Let me save it in the local object. At least for now, I'm just saving it in the local object. Let me activate the stuff. Now see the implementation will be called is the runtime behavior, right? So now it got created today by this user at this time. Now let me go to interface. So of course we know it, right? Customer exit contains function modules to write the logic, whereas BADI contains methods. We have discussed it. So out of all these methods, like we have to finalize the method. So I mean, basically this is the point of enhancements. You may write very limited logic, like very less logic you may write, but frankly speaking, finding the place, finding the appropriate method or appropriate function model is the tricky task here, right? So out of all this, so table modify layout, this is the method which will be helpful for me to write the logic. Let me double click on this method. So now the moment when I confirm that this particular method is my requirement, so I don't write the logic blindly. So first I'll go and check whether this particular method is being triggered or not. I just go and confirm actually. So 75 ABAP 42 is my user ID. So 75, sorry, ABAP 42 is my user ID. So I just wanted to make sure this particular breakpoint is triggered. Of course, even you can go with this breakpoint, but yeah, that's totally your choice. Yeah. Now let me run the transaction code again. Let me reopen it. COOIS. So let me load the proper variant. Execute. Go for it. Execute it. Yeah, my breakpoint is triggered. Now this is how I always analyze the stuff, like whether I can write my logic here or not, something like that. Now see here. This is my BADI. Sorry, this is my BADI implementation, and in this particular method, I'm just gonna write my logic, right? Here you have many parameters. There are few importing parameters. There are few which are changing parameters and all, right? If you really observe, this is what we have discussed in the previous sessions, right? So if something is coming, I mean that arrow mark is coming at the left side, it is importing. If the arrow mark is at both the left side and right side, it is changing. If the arrow mark is only at the right side, it is exporting, right? So what exactly this will be decided by this. So now tell me. So this is a data element, meaning this is just a field. This is also just a field. See, this is also data element. This is also a field. Now, what exactly this will be decided by this? Though it is a table, it works as work area only. It works as work area only. Only table type. If it is table type, we just gave type, right? So if it is a table type, only then it will become, sorry, this will become internal table. Let me double click on this first. You see, this is table type, then definitely this is a table. This is a table. Now let me copy this. Let me paste it here. I just want to see the values in the debugging mode. We got 28 entries. Okay. What about item? Here also we got 28 entries. Okay. What about this? 0 entries. Okay. Now let me double click on this. We got 28 entries here. I think these are the numbers. I mean, PP numbers that we are seeing at the output. Here we have the plant. Okay. How about the item details? See, here also we got 28 entries, but here is what we don't have the plant here. See, if you really observe at the item table, we don't have plant here. Okay, now client is expecting us to add plant details in the same layout, right? Meaning, so I think like we need to focus on this particular internal table. See, let me click on F8. We got 20. See, this is the plant. So 20 inside 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 28 entries and plant list. Meaning, this is how I always go and debug and I'll finalize the code. So this is the internal table in which I have to add the field. If at all you want to add the field here, make sure the field should be available first here. So this is how I always do my back tracing analysis and all. Double click on it. Double click on it. So here we should have the respective material fields. Where is my material table first of all? So my table is T001W. Click on F7. So we are expecting this field and this field in the output. We are expecting this field in the output. This is what the requirement is, right? So now, if at all you want to add that particular field here, we should have it here. No, double click on it. This is structure type, right? Click on structure type. Directly you cannot add because it's standard one. So we have the concept of append structure. Go for it. Click on append structure. Plant information. I'm just trying to create an append name. So plant details at COOIS. So what are the field names? Name 1, even the detail is same. Name 2, name 2. Okay. Name 1 types. Name 1. Name 2 types. So let me save it. Of course, we have to save in the same TR in which we have saved the implementation. Let me activate it. It may take time, but yeah, just right. We don't want that warnings. So see, in this we have successfully added the required fields. We have successfully added the required fields. Now, meaning those two fields will be available in this one also. Now we have to write the logic. Okay, let's go and write the logic. So this is, of course, I don't need this again. I just kept the breakpoint just to validate the entries of this internal table and this internal table and where exactly I need to add the field. But now I am clear. No, I don't need to worry about it. Now, so this is my internal table. Now let me. So how can we do that? Okay. Right. If underscore IO is not initial. Now what I'm trying to do is, T underscore, I'll say it plant underscore plant. Let me go back to this particular table. So let me select Vex name 1, name 2. Vex type Vex underscore D. Yes. Name 2. Name 1 type name 1. You will get to know what exactly I'm trying to do. Name 2. Right. So let me at least remove the signature for some time. So let me create the internal table for now. IT internal table IT underscore plant type table of ST underscore plant. Now, so based on these entries only, right? So select name 1, name 2 from T001W into table IT underscore plant for all entries in this table where, let me check what exactly the field it is. we don't know the field. Okay, let me save it for some time. Let me click on signature. What is the plant field name here? Plant code, Vex only. Okay. Vex. Where X is equal to hyphen Vex. So what happens is if psi hyphen sub RC equal to 0, then we'll write the logic. So let me remove the signature. Sir, what exactly you are trying to do, sir? So now the point is, we have to loop this table, right? So let me do that also for you. Yes, assigning field symbols. FS underscore data. That's it, sir. What exactly you are trying to do? So now see, read table. What is the table that I want to read? IT underscore plant with the key. Oh, I need the work area also. No, let me go for work area and type st underscore plant. Okay. So what exactly we are trying to do is into a underscore plant with the key. That's it. If is equal to 0, then name1 is equal to wa underscore plant hyphen name1 to. That's it. We are done with the logic. So let's go and walk through the logic, and we will even debug and see. Okay, what is this error? Name 3 is runtime. Who mentions name 3? Oh no, name 2. It should be name 2. Perfect. Yeah, I got the result. So what happens is, like, if I don't write my select query outside, what happens is, so I have to loop my table. Okay, let me. I had to write like this. But that CT data table into some work area underscore data. Now inside this, I have to write the select query, because here we'll be having the plan data. No, so I have to select like this. Select name1, name2 from T001W into WA underscore data hyphen name1, and the other is, of course, I'm not following the syntaxes here. Name2 where Vex is equal to WA underscore data hyphen Vex. I have to write like this. Right. So within this loop, so I'll get my plant data here by passing the plant value. I had to go for go to this table and fetch name1 and name2 and store in the same work area, and finally I have to write the modify statement. So I can write even like this also. Modify this table CT underscore data. When I say CT underscore data, this table I'm talking about. This table. Modify data, transporting these two fields with some where condition. But writing the select query inside the loop is like almost a crime. It kills the performance. Like, let's assume here I have 1000 records. 1000 times this particular table will be called, because all the 1000 records will be looped. No, record 1, record 2, record 3, like that. No. So for each and every record, we have to trigger this particular table. I mean select query. So that's definitely performance issue. No one will accept that logic. So to avoid that situation, what we have done is, see, what we have done is, so considering this data, one simple select query. It is not, this particular select query is not there in the loop or do, right? So considering this data for all entries of this particular table, so we have selected these three fields from this table and stored in this table. Only one time select query, right? So to do this, definitely we need the work, I mean structure type and the internal table and work area, right? So we have done this. Till this we are good. So if at all you want to use this in the for all entries, make sure it is not initial. Of course, even that set also, that particular statement is also clear now. Now what we are doing is, if size of is equal to 0, meaning we got some entries from this table, then loop this. Now here we have the extra fields also, name 1 and name 2 also, because this particular table of type this one. Now here we have both these fields. Name 1 and name 2 are added. Now these name 1 and name 2 are there in this table, right? So let me remove this. So now what we have done is, we have just looped the table, and now we need to fetch name 1 and name 2 comparing this. But however, we have the values here. So simply what we have done is, we have just read the table. Passing this. Assume. So here, however, you have the company code. Sorry, plant. Here, however, you have the plant value. So that plant value is coming to your work. I mean, of course, either it could be field symbol or work area. So we are getting into this particular field. By passing that, so we just have read the table, and now if size of is equal to 0, we will get the name 1, name 2 values here now. We are just passing them to this. This meaning this one. So since it is field symbol concept, you don't need to write a modify statement. So the moment the values are moved to fields, I mean work area as a like field symbol, it automatically affect back the internal table. So simple. If you go with work area concept like this, you have to write modify statement. Since you are going with field symbol concept, so though you pass the value here, no problem, it will automatically affect back the internal table also. So yes, we are done with the logic. So now let me debug this and let me show this to you. Let me keep my breakpoint here. Let's see how the code is working. So let me close this out and then let me go back. COOIS. So let me take the variant. So see, so if you have really saved the variants, right? So simply who has created the variant? I'll just simply say execute. So now you will see the variants which are created by yourself, meaning this ID. So let me read this because I have not created any variants. So let me load the variant. Let me execute it. Since we have kept the breakpoint, a breakpoint is triggered. So now see. So how many entries that you have in this table? We got 28 entries. Now let me say F5. We got 28 entries, F5. Now, so see, you got only one. You got only one plant. Reason being, for all these 28, I think the plant remains same. For all these 28, see, for all these 28, plant remains same. So we know, right? Like, I don't know whether you know this concept or not. For all entries, it omits the duplicates. It avoids duplicates, right? So there is no point in getting 28 records for which all these three values are same. I repeat, since we have only one plant in all the records here, in real time that will not be the case for sure. You don't need to worry. In real time, that will not be the case, right? So since all the plants are same, so since like you are selecting these three fields, though you go to T001 table for 28 plants, of course, it should be like 1000 Skyper only. So that is the reason what for all this does is it omits the duplicates. Simply it picked only one record. Okay, let me say F8. Now first record is being looped. So now I got this 1000 value. So since we have that particular entry in this particular internal table, my size of has become 0, and now size of is 0. Now name 1 is Skyper, name 2 is Skyper only, right? So these values are populated to this particular field symbol. Guys, this is what I'm trying to convey here. So the moment when the value is passed to your field symbol value, automatically this will affect back to the internal table. Just see it. You don't need to write any modification. We have not written any modification. No, just go and see it here for sure. Yeah, for sure. See, for the first record, the values are already updated to the internal table. This is what the benefit of field symbols. You don't need to write any modifications and all. So let's just F8. So you got that, but however, you don't have that fields visibility. So now where is the layout? Change layout. Calm down. Name 1, name 2. Drag them to left side. These are all the fields which are hidden. So I just have made them here. See, Skyper. Unfortunately, we have only one plant. So that is the reason we are getting the values like this. Even if you go back to the table, /n s11 1000, both the name 1 and name 2 values are same. But it will not be the case in real time. You don't need to worry about it. In real time, like you will be having different, say name 1 and name 2 both are same. This is data problem. You don't need to worry about it. But however, the logic is working, right? So this is another business case, business requirement, a real-time scenario that happily you can talk in the interview and you can convey the same thing. And we have discussed this topic in PP module production planning. Thank you so much for your time. In the next class, we'll try to focus on menu exit and field exit. Thanks.